Welcome to the Fit Dad Nation podcast, forging strong fathers and raising a stronger generation. It's time to get up or shut up with your host, Steve Roy.
Hey guys, Steve Roy here, host of the Fit Dad Nation podcast. Welcome to the show. Thank you for listening. So even before we jump into anything here, I'm going to get into a topic today that I feel very strongly about. And so if you're not a fan of cursing, this is probably not the show for you because this is something I'm highly passionate about. So, just keep that in mind as we move forward here. So before we get into the actual topic, a couple things. One is we are on day 10 of the 75 Hard Challenge. As you guys know, our Inner Circle, which is our private membership program, started this on the 1st, and we have 18 guys doing it right now. So far, so good. We're at 100%, and it's been interesting. I am doing the Whole30 diet for the first 30 days, and then switching over to a primal-based diet. And I got to be honest, I do not love the Whole30. I'd actually be switching right now if I didn't really commit to this 30 days. And more importantly, I want to be able to write about this from experience, and I want to be able to give it the full 30 days to get really kind of dig into it to see what it's all about and how I actually feel after a full month. And so, I'm fine with removing grains and flour and sugar. I'm not too crazy about, and that's putting it mildly, removing all dairy products because I do love dairy. And honestly, in my opinion, it's over the top just a little bit with having to watch every single ingredient and like things like I can't even have a piece of sugarless gum, at some point you got to say what are we trying to do here? I mean, is it necessary to remove every single shred of sugar substitute, anything like that? My answer is no. It's too much of a pain in the ass, but obviously the Whole30 has done extremely well. So after I finish the 30 days, I'll be doing a show on that specifically. So yeah, if you we're going to be starting potentially round 2 of this come New Year. So keep that in mind if you missed this round 2. We'll see how this challenge goes. But we do different challenges every single month. We have a second challenge going in the Inner Circle right now for guys that just weren't ready to take on the 75 hard, which is fine. We're doing it over the holidays, very tough. We're doing it in the cold weather, which is tough. And that's why I wanted to do it because, the way I looked at it is if you can do it now, you can do it anytime, right? No excuses. Hit the new year, running, and that's kind of my game plan for this. So, so far so good. So what I want to talk about today is something that really, for the most part, keeps me off of social media to the extent which I probably should be doing it a lot more, just for business purposes and trying to, build the brand and build the business. But Instagram has become a playground for fake coaches, influencers, whatever you want to call them, people selling shit that they shouldn't be selling, people with no credentials other than having a nice body. And so ultimately what I'm trying to say is people are looking for shortcuts, and social media is a great place for people to sell and peddle shortcuts. And it drives me crazy. So I've been doing this a long time. I got started in this business in 1997 working for a gym. It was a chain gym. And I just fell in love with it, and I ended up just keeping my certifications over the years. I traveled the country for many years, found work as a trainer in different gyms on the West Coast, the East Coast. And so it's just been a huge part of my life. And, even in the last couple years, now that I've been doing this, my business online full-time for 5 years now, it's one thing that bothers me more than anything is all the shadiness and the shittiness that's out there. People trying to separate you from your hard-earned money, selling worthless information, worthless supplements, worthless fitness gadgets, all that stuff. And I realize that there's really nothing I can do about this other than just to continue to do what I do. The fitness industry, multi-billions of dollars. People are spending billions and billions of dollars a year trying to shortcut their way to fitness. Whether it's a new pill, it's a drug, whether it's a new diet book, whether it's a supplement, a new program, someone touting this is the best way to lose weight. And obviously, I don't have to tell you that, go to any bookstore and you see there has to be 500 books on diet alone at least, and a lot of them are just contradicting each other. One is better than the other. And I've talked about this at length. And so if you know anything about me, what I do, what I believe, I'm just a huge proponent of following the basics and telling you straight up, there's no shortcuts. I mean, I want you to think about that for a second, because, you may be listening like, yeah, I understand that, but no, you don't, because if you did, we wouldn't have this problem of, wasting billions of dollars a year trying to shortcut your way, and I see it all the time. Fat wraps, detox teas, supplements, fat burners, every fucking thing you can think of under the sun, someone trying to sell you something because you really hope and believe, and you want to believe that there's a way to lose fat faster or gain muscle faster. And for the most part, it's a combination of both. But at the end of the day, really, the weight loss industry is the big one. Most people, and I'm speaking mostly to middle-aged men, our main goal is to shed fat, right? Of course, we want more muscle, but our main goal, right, is probably to shed some of that body fat, back fat, stomach fat, right? 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds, and everything that goes with that, right? So once you lose that weight, then your life will start to change. And men are spending a massive amount of money as well trying to shortcut this process because, most men my age, I'm 49, have spent the last 20 plus years living a lifestyle that is not conducive to health, feeling well, being lean, feeling strong, being confident. The opposite is happening. Guys are sitting most of their days, right? A lot of them are stressed out, have tons of obligations, financial and otherwise. A lot of men struggle with their marriages and relationships. Raising children is fucking hard, stressful, right? All of these things take their toll. Absolutely. And I'm no different. I mean, I'm a regular dad like any of you. They take their toll. I mean, it's beaten me down over the years, absolutely. And I've really had to work hard to combat a lot of the issues that come with that. And so don't think that you can go to the store or GNC, to the nutrition shop, to order it on Amazon, and you're going to save yourself time and or energy when it comes to getting results, meaning trimming away the fat that you've built up, building that lean muscle that you don't have, right? All of those things are extremely important for longevity, overall health, how you feel about yourself, all of those things. And think about it, guys. This is all we have. This is all we have. If you don't have your health, you have nothing. I don't care how much money you make. It doesn't matter. I don't know any dad that would say their number one, the biggest and the most important thing in their life is not their experiences with their children. And you can't give 100% to your family if you're operating at 50% or less. And a lot of guys operate at 20 or 30%. They feel like shit all the time. They're tired. They're worn out. They're beat up mentally, physically, emotionally. That's our lives, okay? I know this because I went through it. I went through a long marriage, struggled the entire marriage, divorce, wasn't pretty, as you can imagine. I've told the story many times before. Got together with somebody after that, and it's been a phenomenal relationship, but I've had to work hard at a lot of different things, including that, and I've had to really change the way I show up as a man, as a father, and as a significant other, and I've had to make some massive changes in my life. And so, I don't have the solutions for any of this. Nobody does. What I can tell you is, number one, there are no shortcuts, and I'm going to just share with you some things that I use for myself, that I've used, I use with my clients, and things that I believe are the keys to at least making some changes that are going to put you on the right path, all right? I don't have a program that's going to get you six-pack abs in 6 weeks. I don't have something that's going to change your entire life, because that's on you, right? A program is only as good as the person that does it and the amount of energy they're going to put into it. And the sad fact is, most guys aren't going to. I have a 90-day program that I've been selling for years called the Fit Dad Blueprint. It's a fine program. It's a great program for building strength, losing fat, cleaning up your diet. But there's still a lot of guys that don't get through it. They just life gets in the way. They quit. They fall by the wayside. They bury it in their files, and that's it. And so, it's really such a personal thing. And so I want to just share some things that have worked for me. And really, again, there's no secret hack, tip, nothing that I'm going to tell you that is revolutionary, breakthrough, is going to make you go out and buy something. I just want you to think about the things I'm about to say and then think about, okay, am I actually doing these in my life or am I not? Right? And just be honest with yourself. A little self-reflection never hurt anybody. And the first one is get the fuck off the couch. Get off your ass, right? And I can already see guys listen to this be like, what are you talking about? I'm always moving around, blah, blah, blah. Just take a look at your day. Just take an honest assessment of your day and look at it for a whole week and see and honestly look at how many hours you're spending sitting. Okay, I don't care if you're working, whatever. We all do that stuff. I sit plenty too. But the main thing is moving more is step one. So if you're largely sedentary, and for guys that are really struggling, maybe guys have a lot of weight to lose and have a hard time getting motivated to get up, just move more than you did yesterday, and make it a goal to get past that every single day. So it's literally one day better. So yesterday you walked for 20 minutes, today it's 30. Maybe tomorrow will be 35. Okay? But you have to get moving. Okay? Touch on diet in a second, but you need to do that not necessarily for weight loss, because it's far more effective to control your calories to lose fat than it is to burn the calories. But for overall health, well-being, all the benefits that you already know about with exercise, monumental, but we're just not doing it. So get off your ass. I'll also say, if you don't find an emotionally charged reason to put yourself on this fitness journey, to dedicate yourself to living a healthier life, you're going to struggle every time. Every time you're going to struggle. And why? It's because we need something that's going to get us out of the bed when we feel like fucking sleeping in. I mean, we all have excuses. Everybody has excuses. And a lot of times they're just so much stronger than our will. Our willpower, for a lot of us, is weak. We already know it's a finite resource, and you can only say no for so long. So if you have a reason, like a deep, emotionally charged reason that it's important to you to get off your ass, to make those changes, to eat a little bit better, right? To make those lifestyle adjustments that are going to benefit you and your family, your journey is going to be far easier. You're not going to be constantly battling. Like, I've had so many guys just totally unmotivated. No matter what I tell them, what I write for them, what kind of program, what kind of challenge, whatever, doesn't matter what I put in front of them. If they're not motivated, they don't have a real reason other than, oh shit, I know I need to do something. I'm going to pay Steve a bunch of money. He's going to fix it. That doesn't work like that, right? It just doesn't. So you have to find that reason within you to make that change. It's so important. It's so important. I'm not going to really talk about diet a lot. Obviously, we know that the vast majority of our results, as far as how we feel, our body composition, our weight, you're going to come from the food you put in your mouth, right? You don't have to do a primal diet. You don't have to do a keto diet. You don't have to do any diet. You just have to eat better foods, right? It's so simple, yet it's the most confusing topic there is, and that's why this is such a big industry is diet books, and we fall victim to buying the hottest fad diet. We diet hop. We listen to our coworkers or whoever is willing to say, oh, this works great. I lost a bunch of weight doing this. Don't even worry about any of that shit. I mean, seriously, don't worry about any of that stuff. All you have to do is use your head. Like, literally, use your fucking head. Stop eating packaged foods, right? That's number one step. Stop drinking soda, okay? I would say cut your alcohol way back. Foods that are not good for you. And I don't want to hear you say, well, and I read there are no good or bad foods. They're just foods. And I don't believe that at all. There are foods that, in my opinion, foods are either hurting you or they're helping you. They can't do both. So dump the shit that is not helping you, right? Pop-Tarts do not help you. Doritos do not help you. Queso and chips do not help you. Soda doesn't help you, nor does alcohol, okay? If you just focus on foods that have one ingredient, you literally can't go wrong, right? Yes, you're going to have to look at your portion control. I mean, you can overeat healthy foods, of course, but you're never going to go wrong with fruits and vegetables, right? Eggs and lean meats, staples, stuff like that, basic stuff, right? It doesn't have to be complicated. I keep my diet super simple. I eat about 5 or 6 different meals, and it's simple. They're basic, a few spices, nothing crazy, a few oils. It's simple, but it works, and that's really all you need. Honestly, it's all you need. Okay. Next, I'll tell you, train hard. Okay, if you're not pushing yourself during your exercise program, it's not working. Okay. Yes, you could train smart and hard, of course, but if you're not challenging yourself at some capacity throughout your program, your workouts, whatever you're doing, if you're not pushing yourself, you're not getting better. You can't just show up, check a bunch of boxes, do 3 sets of 10 of this, this, and this, clock in at your 45 minutes or whatever it is, and then check out and expect to see results. It's not going to happen. It doesn't work like that. You have to push yourself every single time, even if it's just by a little bit. Some days you're going to have more energy. Some days you're going to feel like shit. Whatever. You're going to push yourself for that day. That's all that matters. So, yeah, out of your comfort zone, do that one extra rep. Give yourself a couple of extra minutes, few extra seconds. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. You got to push yourself just a little bit more. Okay. The next 3 are extremely important, and people often overlook them. Number 1 being stress management. All right. Especially for you guys struggling in your marriages or your divorced dads who have gone through or are going through custody battles. Extremely, extremely stressful. Right. It can wreak havoc on everything: your lifestyle, your sleep, energy levels, your will to live even. I mean, seriously, the stress will fuck you up. And I spent a couple of years really in a bad place, stressed out. I was so sad all the time. I felt awful about myself, about everything. And, it wasn't until I found an outlet, getting back into fitness and literally changing my lifestyle completely, which allowed me to turn some other things around in my life. But you have to find an outlet for dumping your stress. It's absolutely critical. I don't care what it is, heavy metal, it doesn't matter. You have to figure that out. Next up, I will say sleeping. Again, I've talked about this before. I did a whole show on this. If you're not sleeping, 7+ hours, 7-8 hours or so, you're doing your body a disservice. Okay, don't care if you think you can operate on less. Research have shown you need more sleep. We're a country of people that just aren't sleeping enough. We're getting poor quality sleep. We stay up all night watching television, looking at our phones, whatever. Do some things, make some changes, put a fan in your room, blackout shades, make it cold, whatever you have to do to get a little more sleep. Go to bed early. Absolutely important, because if you don't have this aspect of your health covered, you will struggle in all areas of your life. And lastly, I'll say, be fucking happier. I mean, seriously, so many people are fucking miserable with their lives. I had a whole website dedicated to this a few years back. All I did was write about people's unhappiness, walking around miserable. Life is way, way too short to be miserable. Find something that you enjoy doing. Find a passion. Pursue a purpose in life. Most people don't. They punch a clock. They collect a paycheck. They just wade through life. It's absolutely the worst thing you can do for everybody. Of course, yourself. You're doing your family a disservice. I hated my job for 11 and a half years, and it affected my relationships, my wife, my marriage, my kids, my ability to be the best father I could, because I was so fucking miserable all the time. I was tired. I was worn out. I was beaten down. That's no way to live. If that's you, and there's a lot of guys listening to this, that is you, you have to make a change. I don't care what it is. Start looking, start finding something that excites you. It's that important. Okay? So what I talked about today, get off your ass, find an emotionally charged reason to get fit or to be living a healthy lifestyle. Clean up your fucking diet, train hard, push yourself every day, dump your stress, sleep better, sleep more, and be happier. And you find your passions, okay? Those are the things that I live by. You don't need anything else than that. There are no shortcuts that are going to help you if you're not covering those things, period. Cover all of those things consistently. I promise you will see results. Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you next week.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, if you want more information, check out the Fit Dad Basecamp group on Facebook. And don't forget to stop by fitdadnation.com. Until next time, keep kicking ass and taking the next step. You can do this, Dad.